Today is Sunday, June 11th, 2017, and we're here at my home in San Carlos, California, about to celebrate my beautiful mother, Laura, 93 years young. We have lots of family, people who've come from out of town to honor her today, and say hello to this special lady. She is still beautiful at 93 and 2 months away from her 94th birthday, but we don't know when and if she will make it that far. So we are celebrating a little bit early, having people here that can say hello and share their love and respect and remembrances. We hope that you will view as you wish and enjoy with us the celebration of this beautiful woman.
I used to be her neighbor for, 50, 60 years. Our kids grew up together, and we've really been good friends.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good times together.
We used to travel together. We used to go to Tahoe.
Good and bad, huh?
Huh?
Good and bad.
Yeah. And we used to have Kingsbury Manor. We used to go to Tahoe.
Yeah.
Your families grew up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a son and a daughter, and she has a son and a daughter.
They're coming here too. I've had all my kids together. Lorraine and Bob, but Lorraine couldn't come. They went out of town.
That's okay.
But there was 3 couples. We were all very close. And we almost raised each other's kids.
Yeah.
How
Those
can I
are
forget?
the good old days. Marianne,
Whose house was
Elsie.
this?
I don't know who this was, but you're in the back
That's
there
Gertie.
someplace. That's Gertie, yeah.
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 Whose house were we at?
That was at Bertel Bergman.
Oh, okay.
That you, me, Alan.
100 years ago.
That was in
Dorothy?
Tahoe. Dorothy. Must have been some occasion we went.
Yeah, very nice.
There's Laura Mann.
Yeah.
And I think this was a shower for Debbie.
Oh, yeah?
Debbie Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
So-
No, on Tarrell Street. On
I
Tarrell.
forgot. Yeah,
At that little restaurant there.
right. So look
Huh?
how skinny I was.
Yeah, you were very pretty.
Skinny. So,
How nice. Gosh, everybody's gone.
I'm telling you, it's awful to look at
And
those.
this too.
That's you and your husband.
Really?
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God.
I don't know where that was.
I don't either. Do you remember the New Year's when we all wore the paper dresses? Diane? Oh, I'm so glad you bought those.
So, you've been a big influence on my life, and I just wanted you to know.
I'm very happy. Makes me very happy.
You always shown me that you care about me.
I can't understand you.
You've always shown me that you care
I do.
about me.
I always have. We don't always see each other so much, but that has nothing to do with it.
I know.
Right.
And I just want you to know you made a big difference in my life.
Makes me very happy.
I wanted to tell you that when I was 11 or 10 years old and I came back from Arkansas with my mom, and we came to visit you, and it was after Hanukkah, and she said to you, and I know you've heard this story before, but I'm going to tell you again that, and she told me, don't expect a present, and I didn't. But I remember when we came up the stairs at your house there in the sunset, and you opened the door, and the first thing you said, Nomi, I have something for you. And So I was surprised, and I said, really? And you said, yep, go look on the couch. And there was the present, and I just I was really amazed.
Well, I'm happy that it made such an
It made a big impression.
impression on you.
You know, they say that the things that you remember are the moments that changed your life.
Well, that's pretty big.
It made me realize that you cared, and I didn't know how much you cared.
And I still do.
I know. Oh, God.
Calm down.
I can't help it. I get so emotional. Anyway, I just, there were other things too. When I was about to have Gabriel, and you had a baby shower for me.
Yes.
That was very sweet. And I remember all the times that we would come over for dinner, and you would make tomato soup and your wonderful Jell-O mold. I loved those. Yeah. And those kinds of things were like the rituals
That's right.
that kept me grounded, made me feel that I had family.
That's nice. Makes me very
I
happy.
appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Makes me very happy.
I love you very much. So,
And I love you too.
thank you. I hope you get stronger. I want you to get stronger.
Well, I do what I can, And that's about it.
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
You look really
It
beautiful.
got me all painted up today.
It's okay. This is an early birthday,
Yes.
and you look
I
amazing.
think it's wonderful that Vivian even thought about this.
She's amazing.
She really is.
She's amazing. I used to look up to her all the time growing up. I want to be just like Viv, and I want this, and then Viv's doing that, and I want to do that. So,
Yeah, she really is.
you're lucky, and you raised her right. And you know what else I wanted to tell you is that you are just so classy and elegant.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you.
Thank you for being there in my life. I love you.
My pleasure.
So
My
much.
pleasure.
So, Aunt Laura, I just wanted to tell you again how much I appreciate you. And in my last few comments, I was kind of emotional, so I think I'm more composed now. And I just wanted to let you know, and I think you understand this, that knowing my history, you know it, and you know what I grew up with, and my mom and her history, and how damaged she was. And I wanted to let you know that you were the buffer for me, and you supplied the comfort that I didn't get at home. And I just wanted you to know I appreciate that. And this is my beautiful son and my beautiful daughter-in-law and my gorgeous granddaughter and my handsome grandson. And none of these people would be here without my mother. And I want to thank you and Uncle Rudy for sponsoring us so that we could come to this country and be here. And I'll never forget it. And I appreciate you so much. I love you.
Well, I
But
feel
I'm-
like my experience is somewhat limited, but the times that I did have with you, I could always feel your love and composure and how much you enjoyed being with everybody and hearing everybody and seeing everybody. But the main thing is I could definitely feel your love and appreciation for everything. And
Hey Laura, so number one, I love you, and I didn't get to spend as much time with you and Rudy and my other cousins as much as I would have wanted to, but growing up it was always great coming to your house for all the holidays. And the thing that I loved about you and your family is it showed me what a family is, because my family was a little bit, I guess you could say, dysfunctional or disorganized. So, coming to your house, and spending time with you and Uncle Rudy and Mark and Viv and everyone, having everyone sit around the table was always like something that always stuck out in my mind as a great family experience. It's something that I wanted to build towards in my life, and I have that now, I think. So, and you were, and Uncle Rudy were just a great influence for me on that. You always just seemed so incredibly loving and sweet and understanding, and that is those are some incredible virtues, and I just wanted to let you know that didn't go unnoticed with me, and I want to thank you for setting that example for me as well.
It was a very nice idea of Vivian's to do this.
It is. And it makes a nice memory. My mother did that some years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she told her story.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice for the kids and for everybody.
Yes. That's very nice. No, we never did anything like this before. When we took a lot of movies and stuff, but nothing like this, like one-on-one.
Yeah. Well, this is nice.
Yeah.
Makes for a nice memory with the friends.
It does, yeah. So are you going on any trips?
No, for the first time in a long time, we have no trip. Well, we do in the fall. We're going to New York, but no big trips planned.
No, New York doesn't count.
Doesn't count, does it?
Yeah,
It's too close.
I know, yeah. Are you going for any special reason?
Yeah, my 60th reunion in college.
Oh, how nice. That's a good reason.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And Elizabeth wanted to go back to New York. She's a New Yorker,
Oh,
so she hasn't been home for a while.
yeah. Does she still have some family there?
She has some family, some cousins,
Lovely.
and nieces. But you're doing fine. You're
Yeah.
looking good.
So far, I'm not complaining.
Doesn't do any good anyway.
No, that's right. No, I'm doing my thing. And I'm very happy to see all my old friends.
Yes. And it's good that your old friends are still with us.
That's right. Most of them aren't.
Now, I know what you mean.
Most of them
Happens
aren't.
to me too.
That's the way it goes. My friend, my neighbor, former neighbor, we were very good friends, brought me some pictures from back when. And I enjoyed those very much. It's a good idea.
Good.
Hi, Laura. I'm always so happy to see you. You always look so beautiful and put together. And I've always wondered what your secret is to such a long, wonderful life. Love the fact that you always have your hair done, your makeup, your nails done. And I sure hope that one day when I'm 93, I'm going to look like you. You're an inspiration the way you always carried yourself and have fun and take care of yourself. And I think that's wonderful. And I hope I can follow in your footsteps one day. And I love you. And I'm always happy to see you.
Did you know you were going to be a movie star today?
She told me ahead of time, yeah.
They did.
So,
And you said, do I have to? Really? I won't be around to see the final movie.
no, that's right. Well, that's okay. It's nice for the kids to have that.
Anyway, but you're looking good. You're
Oh,
looking
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
You like
Beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful.
it turned her no, it didn't turn her out.
Also the chain.
Well, the chain is very old. John gave the chain to me about our 5th anniversary or something. We're 58 years married. So I can tell you the chain,
Beautiful.
yeah, I love it.
All I can say, I'm so fortunate to come and take care of.
We're both lucky to have each other.
She always say to other friends that's still in court that she's lucky and I'm lucky, which is right.
They're both lucky.
Thank you, Mom, for everything. You teach me a lot. And thank you, Viv, Tom, and Mark, the Duering family, and Tom. Thank you for being nice to me. Very helpful.
Comes easy.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Get a driver's license.
I know. Mommy's. No, my teacher. She asked me questions and I answer. Thank you again. Thanks a lot. God bless you, everybody. Well done, enough.
My parents and Laura and Rudy lived 4 doors apart. And I'm going back 70 years ago almost. And I grew up with Vivian and Mark as well. And I know my parents and Laura and Rudy always got together, and it was like a family deal.
I'm so glad I have you in my life. I'm so glad you're feeling better again. And it's so nice to see you and the family around us. Yeah, Laura was already very good to me before I even met her, because I lived in Europe and survived the war. And she and Rudy sent me and my sister care packages. Very nice. And so we corresponded, and she and Rudy gave me an affidavit so that I could come over. But it was a year and a half after the war ended that I could come. It took that long, all the formalities, the paperwork and the visa. And so I came over on a cruiser, on a ship from Sweden to New York, and from New York on a train. And the train arrived in Oakland, California, and Woody and Laura were there to greet me. We went across the bay in their car and to their home, and I lived with them for a while. I met my husband, and the wedding was at their house. Very cozy, just a few family members. That we didn't have a big family anymore, of course. Yeah. And you always took such good care of Rudy. I'm so happy about that too. And I hope you get feeling much better every day now, much stronger every day.
And how you've lived your life and how you've aged. I look at it and say, I hope I can age as well as this beautiful woman.
Well, you're doing a very good job
with,
of it.
with grace and elegance and compassion and a great sense of humor.
I mean, Laura probably changed my diapers, to be honest with you. And actually growing up with Laura and Rudy and my mom and dad together, looking at Laura, it's almost like having a second mom. And it's just, you just have I had a lot of love for her, felt so family, and it's just, she's just so comfortable, or made me feel comfortable my whole life, that it was, like I said, just having a second mom.
Yeah. And for me, what was important, that I obviously got introduced into the family. I've been married for about 35 years, and so I've had a relationship with Laura from there. And from the get-go, always felt welcoming, loved that, and always admired her. I love her courage. I noticed with things, however it was, her positiveness, and that's why it was important for me. How she took everything. She was so calm, and how she processed, and she says, well, this is how it is going to be. And her calmness is what I admired. Her courage is what I admired. And Laura is a mentor to me, and I would love to learn how that is. Everything does work out the way you thought it was, and all this energy that I would be spending panicking, and your calmness, we ended up with the same result, but you got there in a better way than I did. And I admire that, and I've learned that, and I mean, I'm learning that, I'm trying to learn that, but I noticed it right off from the bat, and I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I remember when we moved my mother to Sterling Court. She had my mother had dementia, and Laura was right there trying to help out, make sure my mother got to her appointments downstairs or to dinner or whatever it was, and Laura would call me and let me know if there was any problems going on, so. Yeah. Wow, it's just
yeah. I mean, and she always, awesome. when we would visit at the hospital, or anytime I visit, it's just with such warmth on her part. Mm-hmm. I felt good. I felt comfortable, and I was the outsider, but I've always, from the beginning, that's what she showed me. I was so comfortable, and that's that's awesome.
Says a lot,
It
right.
does. It says a lot on who you are. And I appreciate her taking me in like that,
Absolutely.
never making me feel like a stranger or an outsider, always interested. And through the years I learned, you know, a lot. But she always asks about my kids, what they're doing, everything. You know, she wants to know, and it's genuine. And I know it's genuine. And I do love Laura. I love you very, very much.
Yeah, it
You're
was like
special.
just a happy family because we had Vivian and Mark, you know, and together when we were this high. So,
Laura, you are special.
Mhm.
You are special.
yep, great
and
family.
I have you right here.
Me too.
With all the memories.
Thanks, Laura.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Laura. You're like a second mama. And when I think of my own mother, I think of kindness. And when I think of you, I think of kindness. All the times that you have given me a call when Viv has been away, and you've checked in with me and I've checked in with you, you've always made me feel wonderful. So kindness is a real great quality of you. When I think of my mama, I think of loving. And you have given a loving experience to both Mark and Viv. They know that you love them equally. And when I think of Mama, I think of care. I look at your relationship with your best buddy, Maria Rosa, and how you just adored each other and had so many fun times and cared about each other. You're such a caring person. So, Laura, I love you and thank you for being my second mama.
So, Viv's mom, do you remember we met at the purse shop when I first moved out here in 1983? And I didn't know anybody, and I went out to go shopping, and I met you. Who would have known that the very next day I would have met Viv at the, it was some kind of party. And it was so odd that I would have met you first. And it was so meaningful to me. And Viv has been my best friend ever since. And I have been so happy to be part of your family.
Our grades fell all of a sudden for no reason. And there was a lot of anti-Semitism. And my parents decided to send me abroad. There was a German school near Geneva, and it was a boarding school for boys and girls. And I had a wonderful time there, and I learned, and that was when I was 12 years old, and I never went back to school after that anymore. Wow. Because then we immigrated when I came back. Yeah. Very shortly thereafter.
So this is a woman is self-taught, never finished school, reads and writes perfect English, better than most people that were born and raised and educated in this country.
Laura, before I say goodbye, let the other people take over. I just want to wish you all the very best. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm so glad that you're doing well.
The first time I met Laura, she was having Thanksgiving. And at that time, John and I were dating. We've been dating a long time. But finally, I was going to meet the family at Laura's and Rudy's house. Unfortunately, Laura broke her leg.
Oh, no.
She broke her leg day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We went to the Cliff House.
Huh?
We went to the Cliff House for dinner.
After she broke her leg.
Yeah.
So we went to the Cliff House for Thanksgiving. And then after that, John and I got married, and I had Thanksgivings ever after that. So, Laura, you owe me a Thanksgiving dinner.
As you, I don't know, many of you don't know, I had a candy store on Clement Street. And Laura was there all the time. If it hadn't been for her, we could not have existed the way we did. She was a sales girl. she just was about every type of contributor to the business you can think
My
of.
pleasure.
Pardon me?
It was my pleasure.
I know it was, Laura. And
mine too, since I got to eat all the candy.
Yeah.
I could eat, and by the way, that was great aversion therapy because
But
I don't eat chocolate.
what I'm trying to emphasize here is that she was always there for us and for everybody involved and gave her all. And we thank you very much, Laura, for that. And I'm so
My
glad to be able to pay tribute to your friends here. Look at how many people are here who honor you and
Very
contribute.
pleased.
Isn't that
I just want to say I'm honored to be here. You've had such a positive influence on my life. How lucky am I to be adopted into a family of you? And you know, I just remember I have memories as a kid of coming to your house, and it was always so clean and just organized, and you always had good food, and so they were happy memories. I think I've told you this story before, but you were the first one, I'm gonna cry, to give me a piece of jewelry. And I wore that necklace to death. And it was a gold necklace with my initial on it, and I wore it, I wouldn't take it off. And all the gold came off, and so it was very special to me, so thank you.
What a great story. Well, Laura, listen, I'm so lucky to be married into a family that my wife was adopted into, and I want to say that, boy, every memory I have of you, most of which are with Rudy and Laura, what great aunt and uncle to my wife Michelle, and what great older brother and sister to my mother-in-law Ellen, and just what I think of Rudy and Laura together, just the greatest couple of a generation long past since the greatest generation that just taught us how to live a great life, how to raise a great family, how to do things the right way, the classy way, just top-notch class. I think they said elegant. I like to say top class. Laura, always admired you, always admired Rudy, still do. And just want to say thank you for impressing upon our lives and how we can then pass on to our kids. What a great couple you are, and we'll always remember you and cherish you every day.
Yes, and thank you so much for everything you did for my mother when she came over. I mean, I don't know what she would have done, and so you were a big influence on her, and I thank you so much.
I want to say also, we love all the stories of the days, how you shared wedding dresses with all of your friends, and how Rudy played cards every week with his buddies and golfed, and love the camaraderie that you have with John and Thelma and all of your other close friends, and just how you came to America, fit right in, studied hard, worked hard, made a life of yourself and your family from emigrating, and just a great, great story.
Vivian and I, we have our differences. Mom and I have our differences, and over all those differences, we can still love each other very deeply. And that's what's important in life, is we can share our differences and try to understand each other and be empathetic to what the other person might be feeling or thinking. I think that empathy is a really powerful thing in this world today. We need it. We need more of it. And my sister, she's giving just like my mother was, and she's kind of taken over that legacy of bringing people together, and I commend you, Vivi, for having put everybody together, and you do it on a regular basis.
Speak directly to Mom either to say you've been a wonderful mother, you're always caring, you're loving. Like Mark said, we don't always agree on stuff, but I know that you always have our best intentions in mind. We love you very much.
I don't have much left to say after everything has been said, but I never realized how wonderful my kids are.
Aww.
And you know, you don't know it until it counts. And they've come through 100%, 200%. I'm very happy that you are all here to help us celebrate my So close. First kiss.
Your life, Mommy. Your life.
And your life,
Anyway, thank you for coming. And I enjoyed every moment. I can't say any different.
If I can say one more thing, sorry to drag this on, but I was very privileged, as some of you have, I've shared this with a couple of people. Recently I went into the closet in the house and, trying to find a box of important documents. In the bottom of the box, I found a sealed envelope that Rudy had in his handwriting, written to Mark and myself and Mark's daughter Nicole, and had scotch tape and all kinds of little lines. It's over there.
It's okay.
It's over there, and said that it was not to be opened until both of their deaths. But Mom didn't know it existed or didn't remember, and John and Thelma were there at the time. So I said, "Ma, should I open this?" And she said, "Yeah, open it. Let's read it." So we did, and the thing that prompted us to do this today was because Rudy wrote this beautiful love letter along with Laura that they both signed that said things that they were never able to verbalize and say to us in real time. Seeing his handwriting on the page, seeing the words, hearing the words, and being able to hear him say this, I cannot tell you how precious and wonderful this is. He told us they loved us, they did the best, parents want the best for their children, they do the best they can, they know they made mistakes. Communication wasn't an A grade for them, but that's just the way the Duerings work, or are. So the fact that we are able to be here and to communicate and say these things that in a past life we would not have been able to share is very special. A lot of us do to Tom and the family that he grew up in, where they were able to express love and share, and it was after Tom came into my life that we were able to start doing this. Dad told us how proud he was, how they did everything they thought they could do that was the right thing with the circumstances that they had, and we're proud of the things that we had accomplished, and that they loved us both very much. And to have a legacy like that, I've shared with a couple of other people that if you have the time to sit down and do something, or do this, a video, or write to your kids in case you're not there anymore. It started out with, if you're reading this, we're not on this earth with you anymore. And these are the things that we want you to know that we could never say.
Over me. And by the way, not by the way, I have a wonderful son-in-law.
Yes, you do.
Tom has been great through all my problems.
And good times, too.
He's been there every day. And I
Fixes your TV.
I can't thank him enough. Whenever something goes wrong, we gotta call Tom.
Thanks, Mom. Well, it's a pleasure to do it for you. You've been so loving to me and taking me into your family and providing me with a wonderful wife. I can't imagine a better friend and companion than my beautiful wife. And it's all because of you. The way you raised her was just ideal.
I did my best.
Hi, Mom. I love you. And I remember when Viv and I got married, you and Dad asked me to call you Mom and Dad. And I was a little reluctant right away because my parents had passed away so many years ago. But now I feel so comfortable, it's just like you're my second mom. You're so generous and loving, and it's been such a joy to have you in my life. You did such a great job of raising Viv. I'm so happy that I met her and led to meeting you. We just have a wonderful life together, as you know. And it was such a pleasure to spend last birthday with you on the Alaska cruise and Maria Rosa. That was so much fun. Oh, the love, the affection, the generosity. There's so much to be said about you, Mom. You know, I love you deeply. You've always been there for me, and I hope you know that I've been there for you. And I'm going to miss you.